Hey everybody, and welcome back for another video. This is Jedi DJ, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mk6 shield and the Mk6 power pack, and we're going to see just how strong they are. So the Mk6 shield is a purple adaptive Holtzman shield. It has a refresh time of 0.5 and a power drain of 100. And the young Sparky Mk6 has a regen per second of 73 and a power pool of 700. So the Sparky variant has slightly higher recharge and slightly less overall power pool, right? That's kind of how it works. So higher regen, lower power pool slightly. But hey, let's go ahead and take a look here. So I think the best way to do this is going to be to test the enemies in every single area in the Haga Basin. So we're going to open up the Haga Basin map. We're going to be starting down south in the start area. We're going to just turn on our shield and see how long we can survive without fighting while being shot at. And then we're going to go to each area and see, can any of the enemies take you down in the Haga Basin? So let's get started. Let's find our first enemies. Right over here at this little encampment, we found a little camp, and let's see if she can damage the shield at all.
Identify yourself.
All right.
We've got incoming. I've got your back.
Looks like our shield is not even taking damage. So I would say Haga Basin South, huge success. I don't think that they would ever break it. They'd probably just stand here and they probably would not be able to break it. So the only way they would ever be able to kill you is with a sword. They would have to do enough damage to kind of stumble you and then do a slow blade penetration. There we go.
Let's get the bastard.
Very cool. All right, so let's finish this guy off good.
Get them. Weapon empty.
Next area. All right, so here we are in area 2. Let's jump up, jump on up here. We gotta kill one of them. Now we have to let the other one shoot us and see if they can break our shield. Does not look like they're gonna be able to break the shield. Their accuracy is pretty rough, but it looks like, I mean, the shield isn't even taking damage. I think they got bored. They're like, you know what? We can't kill this guy. I think it's safe to say these enemies cannot kill me. Next area. So this was actually the Eastern Vermillius Gap, so we could also try the Western Vermillius Gap, which I don't think is any harder, but let's try it out anyways. And honestly, while we're over there, let's have a bunch of enemies shoot at me and see if they can do any damage. We'll head just straight west. We'll land at a slightly bigger encampment because so far none of these enemies are even able to get close to damaging the shield. Let's drop in at a little bigger camp though this time. This will work right over here. We'll turn on our shield and see, can any of these enemies in the Western Vermillius Gap damage my shield? It's kind of a funny experiment too. I've always kind of wondered how strong the shields are, and you don't really have much reason to come back here. Oh, that's a good test right there. Look, we've got a heavy gunner. Even the heavy gunner cannot stop the shield. Whoa, that's cheating, buddy. That's cheating. I don't think they're going to get through the shield. Alright, so how many can we take? So my character is getting kind of stuttered. And we've got 5 enemies shooting me. 5 enemies and a machine gunner seem to be able to take it down. That seems to be... What is the limit, though? Let's find out. 4 enemies take it down. Plus a machine gun. Yes. Can 2 enemies and a machine gunner take it down? Or will I recharge? It looks like they can indeed drain it, but I think what's going to happen is they're actually going to run out of ammo, and then I'm going to recharge. Let's find out. So whenever the machine gunner runs out of ammo and recharges, but they're keeping it pretty low. Well, I don't know. I mean, you still pretty, let's just say you're pretty much invincible, right? Unless you're standing still in a group of 7 enemies like you just saw, and even then they didn't manage to break it once I started moving. I would imagine that I'm probably absolutely invincible against just the 2 of them right there. seemed like 3 was enough to kind of start making it go down. And 2 is not even enough to make it go down. It's actually just going up. Alright, guys. Sorry, we're going to have to do this. No witnesses. Alright. Next area then, guys. We're going to get a little bit tougher. I do think that eventually some of the enemies in the Haga Basin might be able to break my shield. That's going to be my my guess. You know, I bet you it's going to work. My prediction is that some of them are going to be able to break my shield eventually. Alright, so here we are in the third area. It's going to be the Jabal, which is just north of the eastern-western Vermillius Gap. It is the first area in the kind of near the rift. And we're going to try one enemy first, and then we're going to try a group enemies. So let's see. Can the one enemy, at this point, break my shield? Let's find out. Ooh, look at that. It does go down. This is the biggest change we've seen thus far. Look at that. So it does go down, but it actually still seems to recharge. I would just like to let it sit for a second and see. Because it looks like with the bursting, so but by the time that the person reloads, the shield recharges all the way. Oh, but what if they... Oh, so if I try to move, it... No, okay, I'm just floating, never mind. I was going to say, that's not one of the ones that drain it. That's a levitation one, so it doesn't drain my shield. So I don't think there's any hope of this guy ever breaking my shield. Here we go, just... See, look at that, it basically recharges. Well, I mean, okay, we almost got it to half. Could it be broken? Almost, it really, it's not going below half. Or is it? So eventually it will break. One enemy will eventually break your shield because you can see that it is only going down by about 5 or 10% every time. But with every burst round that this enemy does in the Jabal area, it will technically, I feel like it would break it. And this could take a long time, honestly. I feel like, oh, he's losing again. This could just go on forever. Alright, let's try multiple enemies and see how it does. That guy was not doing it fast enough for me, and we gave him plenty of time to see if he could. Alright, I think that was a very fair chance. We were very courteous and polite. We gave him a fair shot at it. He was not impressing us. You would have, I mean, what's the odds of anybody ever sitting still for that long? Even if you were AFK, you could like run to the bathroom and come back and still be okay.
I see someone.
But here we are. Let's try a couple enemies at a time and see. There's 2 enemies. I guess it depends if they focus on just shooting you or if they try to run around and do other abilities. Because every time they do other abilities, it lets me recharge. No, thank you. I don't want to be in that. But look how fast that drained my shield, though. So these enemies are using a gravity grenade that will drain your shield as well. But they're still really struggling to break it. Let's see if we can find a couple extras up here. See if we can get a group of enemies. Where is a group of enemies here? Here we are. Oh, 2 heavy gunners? Now we're talking. Stand in the way here. I think they're all fighting each other, is the problem. Oops. Oh, don't kill my heavy gunner friend. I need him for this test. Alright. Perfect. Now I gotta kill this guy too. We're gonna kill all the blue guys, so this way all the other guys can focus on me. They're not interested in even fighting me. Oh yeah, they are. Alright, so the machine gunner and 2 of his friends. If they would focus at all, this guy seems kind of bugged. I mean, it still doesn't seem like these guys are gonna really be able to break the shield consistently. If I absolutely stood still, I mean, they're going to do it. Look at this. They're going to pop it. Come on. You've got this. Yeah, you did it. Oh, and then the machine gunner comes in. I see. All right, guys, we did have a shield break. It seems like the Jabal area indeed is enough to break the shield with 2 guys. So, all right, that's not bad. So I guess we're going to check out the next area. All right, so now we are in the Haga Rift officially. Let's run up on some of these bad guys and see if they can damage my shield. So start off with the one guy. Give him a fair shot for a second. He seems to be a rifle enemy. It does not seem like he's going to be able to break this shield. I mean, obviously some guns are better at breaking shields than other ones, but I mean, there's no way this guy's breaking the shield. It ain't happening. Alright. What about this enemy here? There seems to be another one over here. I wonder if he has a better gun. Let's try him, just to give him a fair shot. Oh, he's a sniper.
Your water is mine.
Nah, he's never going to be able to get through it either. Not by himself. Alright. Let's jump up to the top. See if we can find a group of these guys in the house. Where y'all at, guys? There we go, an alarm. That's perfect. Alright. Oh. There we go. This is the perfect test. I just need to get this sword guy out of the way first. There's a couple of them. Alright. Now let's see this. There we go. One machine gunner and 2 rifles. Is it enough to break the shield in the Haga Rift? Don't mind the giant alarm sounding. I could go shut that off. Hang on. Run over there fast. Oh, we can't shut it off now? You can only shut it off before it gets to turn on? Hey, these guys are doing an okay job, though. I'm seeing some shield damage happen. Oh, there's a 3rd rifle guy and a machine gunner. 3 rifle guys and a machine gunner. Seems to be it's going to be... Oh, it's it! Oh, winner, winner, chicken dinner. They took it down. Let the shield come back up. Let's finish these guys off. 3 guys and a machine gunner in the Haga Rift. Didn't do it. But still, that's pretty powerful, guys. Pretty powerful. Alright, so what's our next area to check out? Alright, guys, so here we are. We are now in the most northern region, the second Jabal on the opposite side, right here, up north, on the other side of the rift, and we're going to test out these enemies to see if they are any tougher. I think a PvP rec here is a great place to check it out. Let's find out. So, oh, this guy's a swordsman. We're not going to let the knife guy. No, we're not playing with knives today, buddy. That's not what we're checking out. Let's check out just the heavy machine gunner. Can he break the shield? He cannot. By himself, he cannot break the shield. Very interesting. Do we have any friends that can help him out? Let's see. Uh-oh. Got a rusher. Alright. There's got to be a way into one of these. It's been a while since I found the key card here. To slice down something. Slice it open. Card, I believe. Oh, there's one right there. That'll work. Perfect. We can go inside and hopefully find a couple extra enemies. You can follow us in, Mr. Machine Gunner. There we are. A machine gunner and a rifle guy in the northern Jabal area. Let's see if they can take down the shield. No, they cannot. So my guess is that this is going to be kind of like the Haga Rift situation where the enemies aren't really any harder here yet. And it, like, I bet you 3 of them could maybe get it down eventually and 4 of them a little bit faster. But as you can see, 2 of them is not going to do the trick, even with the heavy machine gunner. The reload time just gives me too much regeneration time. What if I get that guy to come in? Think I can get him to come in? Yes! Perfect! Welcome to the party. Let's try 2 heavy machine gunners and see if that does the trick. Not if you guys aren't shooting together. You can't both be taking turns reloading like this. There we are. Come on. Even 2 heavy machine gunners and a rifle does not seem like it's enough to break this. Let's move on to the next area, see if we can find some harder enemies, at least the hardest enemies in the Rift, right? That's our goal. Can we try it against the hardest enemies in the Haga Rift? Those are the next 2 areas we're going to right now. So next up is the Eastern Shield Wall. That is right here. And after the Eastern Shield Wall, guys, we're actually going to probably jump over to the Oddham, and then probably down to the Sheol, because I think that's a pretty good increase in difficulty. You know, we might have to check out the western. I'm sure the eastern and western shield wall are pretty similar, honestly, so we probably will skip the western shield wall. Yeah, we're going to do the Oddham, like I said, and then the Sheol. So first, though, the eastern shield wall. Are these enemies going to be able to take down my shield? Either singularly or as a group. Flamethrower guys don't count, guys. That's cheating. That's cheating. That is a breach of the rules. Alright, so, first up. Whoa, a rusher. Oh my goodness. I think 2 is going to be a good test. There we are. Got rid of them. I need to bandage up for a second, guys, in case my shield does go down. Oh. They got me. It's hard when you're not trying to kill half the guys, you know? Alright, so shield. 2 enemies shooting it. There's one up top, I don't know if you can see them. There's 2 down here, so we have 4 enemies. 5 enemies. 5 enemies are indeed going to be able to break the shield, everyone. Alright, perfect. So 5 enemies does it. Now let's narrow it down and see if anybody less than 5 comes. Your shield is not invincible attacking this kind of base if you are sitting still. Good to know. Let's clear out a couple of them so we can get an easier test. We can really see how this works. Jump up here. Gotta thin out some of the herd, you know? Go! Alright. I think we thinned it out enough. Why are these guys fighting each other? Fight him? Alright, that should do. What do we got here? That guy's so busy trying to kill someone else that he's not paying attention to me. Perfect. 1 enemy. Let's try this out. Running straight at him. In the eastern shield wall. Can they take down the shield?
I'm out. We've got incoming.
No. I would say probably not. Yeah, like I mean, even if they could, we're only taking like 2 or 3% shield damage after, you know, at the end of every single round in reload, right? So it looks like he could probably pop the shield, I think, actually, and that is actually a disruptor pistol, if I'm not mistaken. That's some form of disruptor. Not a disruptor pistol. I'm sorry. It's like a one of the like submachine gun disruptors, like a dart for every man kind of gun. I mean, that's not what that gun is, but it's kind of like that. So those are actually better at taking down shields. I like getting through them. And he actually looks like he will break it given enough time if he doesn't mess up and try to use abilities or doesn't reload when he doesn't need to, you know. It looks like he might be able to break it. Alright, let's try a second guy. Find ourselves a second guy. I'll help you. There we go. Hey, come on here, buddy. Come on here, buddy. Right here. Stand here. Can I get crossfire from 3 guys? That's 2. That's 3. Can 3 guys break the shield? If that guy wasn't trying to kill him. There we go. Oh, those 2 are trying to kill each other as well? Why do they all hate each other? Guys, you gotta be friends. Focus on the common enemy. Oh no! This isn't working. Oh, wait, are you the bad guy? Is that why I keep killing all the guys who live here and you're the one invading? That very well could be the case. Either way, guys, I mean, I don't think this test here on the Eastern Shield Wall is going to go any better than it did for them in the Rift or anywhere else. It looks like there's got to be at least a group to take you down. Let me run around and see. I think I may have accidentally already gotten rid of everybody. Whoops! Yeah, I don't think this one's too much different. Let's head over to the Oddham. Alright, everybody. We're zooming in on the Materell area. One of my favorite areas with the giant electrified worm here. Really, really cool place. And this will definitely have enough enemies to test out my shield, because this is one of the harder areas over here. So let's find out. We'll leave our ship right here. And we will walk in unarmed and see if we can make some friends.
Infidel.
Hello, friends. Infidel? I'm not an infidel. Machine gunner in one guy can break my shield. Oh my gosh. That's all it took! The enemies have indeed gotten harder, and my shield is not invincible.
Hostile among us.
Whoa! This just got exciting. We gotta narrow it down, though. Alright, let's get rid of one or two guys so we can test it out against, like, one, you know? Alright. There we go. So just the machine gunner can break it. The heavy machine gunner can easily break. Look at that! They can actually just straight up kill me, too. That's cool. Makes for an interesting video.
You will feed our god.
Alright, so one machine gunner by himself at this point, the heavy gunner, can break the shield in the Materell. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Alright, so let's try it against, like, are there any non-machine gunners that I can... Oh, yeah, there we go. 2 rifles? That's the next step. 3 rifles. It's even better. 3 rifles. You can see the 3 rifle guys can indeed break my shield. It's about to pop again. So let's narrow it down to 2. Can 2 break the shield? I would say yes. If they focus fire, it looks like it's going to go down. If they would stop shooting themselves on the wall. Oh, we just got... Perfect. That is a break. Whoa! The poison's doing the work too, for sure. Where's the poison guy? I need to kill the poison guy. And then we'll test it against just one rifle guy and see if it works. Okay. So one rifle guy, can he break the shield all by himself? No, he cannot. So it takes a group. At least 2 of them, it looks like. At least 2 of them, or 3, or 1 heavy machine gunner can do it in the Materell. Test completed. Time to go on to the shield. Well, we already tested you, buddy. We don't need you to shoot us anymore. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright, we probably need to heal ourselves as well. Did we bring ourselves a med pack? Let's do that. Get rid of that poison. And onto the shield. Alright, here we are, guys. We are attacking in the Sheol. We are attacking the edge of Acheron, which is the Harkonnen base. Warning. The Baron suffers no trespassers. We might have to kill a couple of these Atreides guys to thin it out. So that way they'll focus on me. There we go. Sorry, Atreides guys. Normally I'm on your guys' side, but today I have a video to make. That guy's a swordsman. I can't have that. Alright. Now, perfect. We got 1 Harko, 2 Harkos. And they break my shield in the Sheol, which is technically like the hardest area in the Haga Basin, right? You just gotta shoot me though. One guy's obvious. Oh, 2 of them. 2 of them can break the shield very easily. That didn't really take much for them once they actually focused for a second, but can 1 of them break the shield? Oh, my shield's not on. Well, it might help turn it on. One's gonna break it. 1! Oh my! Ugh. Well, the Sheol seems to be the limits of the Mk6 shield. Alright guys, so we're now back at my base, and I think that concludes the test. We did find out that eventually the enemies can take down your shield, even if it's an Mk6 variant. Now, it is worth noting as well, that if we go to our inventory, there is currently no Mk6 shield that is not purple, so you have to get it from the deep desert, or purchase it off the market from someone, but it's pretty hard to find them on the market in my server. There is a regular Mk6 power pack that you can craft, however. And I think that, honestly, switching it out with the Young Sparky wouldn't really make any difference. I think it would probably, just from the playing with it that I've done a lot of playing with both. I just don't think it would matter. Any Mk6 variant will probably perform very similarly to this one. And until we get something better, that really does conclude the test. So thanks for watching, guys. Please be sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And also check out my Dune Awakening podcast, the Only Sans podcast. Till next time, may the Force be with you.